woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pig. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist,
Vokal Dialect,
black grip,
like, comment,
Vokal Dialect podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Vokal Dialect podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black designers, black garments, black stage, black performance, black panel, black audience, black mothers, black fathers, black sons, black daughters, black love, black honor. You black today, you gonna be black tomorrow. Black woman, black hips.
What's up? What's up? I knew it wasn't all natural. You out here tending to it? You tending to the beard?
Man, listen, everywhere I go, somebody always asks me about my beard. How you get it so long? It looks good, and I appreciate it. But I gotta tell you, the only thing I use on my beard is Sun Goddess Scents. It's the only thing.
That's it right there.
This is the lemongrass beard balm right here. Now it has vitamin E, aloe, it's all natural. It gets you shiny, helps it grow, and it's good for your skin as well. So if you are gonna be out shopping today, make sure you hit up Sun Goddess Scents. I'm gonna drop a link in below, and make sure you go ahead and check out. She got some balms, she got oils, she got things that's good for your skin, for your hair, and it's all natural. You know what I mean? So shout out to Sun Goddess Scents, and make sure y'all go check it out. All right? This wasn't by accident.
I mean, hey.
It's good. Mike Chambers. Still on that outlaw RBG shit. Official, original, you dig? Now enlisting new recruits for our mission. To seek truth for troops, to share our vision. No cowards or chickens, just strong black power driven. Militant mentors for our children. See our intention to inspire living. System free that doesn't conspire to prison. Spiritually you listen to your intuition. No intervention cause you ain't getting high on religion. Just an honor amongst thieves. Honor and creed. Collective thoughts who share a common belief. That's without having honor and the army complete. We constantly handed defeat from the arms of the beast. Cold hands freeze. Need to lace their palms with the heat. It's a cold world. War is used to warm the streets. Hot breath on your neck has that concrete, and death is always the feast when they conquer the weak. That's why we calling all soldiers. It's a war going on outside. I thought I told you. Watch out for them jokers, pull them guns up out them holsters, cause you know they stay ready to smoke you. Yo, I'm from the block, ain't talking the square. I'm talking the block way before the cops was there. In the breezeway, the brick wall, a popular chair. Old school Samson, how you smell that pot in the air. That's why I talk global affairs before I talk the clothes that I wear. Levitating like I'm floating on air and vibrate too. I vanish like a ghost, disappeared and reappear out thin air like I supposed to be there. Notice the stare. Soon as they notice I'm here, I'm like, yo, you thought I might go somewhere? I might glow, yeah, my light like a golden glare. Sparkle star sticks you hold in your air. You know the flare you don't hold close to your hair. Might at night firecracker like explode in your ear. Download an idea, install a new app. How the MC, it's called How You Rap. So let me upgrade your system to high grade lyricism. Bars on lockdown, not a day near a prison. I keep a clearer picture, seeing through the third eye, through the sky like a bird fly. Cloud nine, all natural herb high. You know I keep a spliff twisted, made it prescripted, balance for the turbulence. Case the wind shifted, keep my spirits lifted. That most high excellence. Eyes glazed behind tint to hide the haze. I'm cool as EK shades and snakeskin frames. I'm from the era of Lee blue jeans. Shell top Adidas with no shoestrings. That's why my flow fresh out the box. Fire and some new kicks. Limited edition, exquisite, exclusive. Rebel music for that revolution movement. Outlaw RBG, all the ways eluded. Melanated carbonite, Marcus Garveyite. Red, black, and green African body type. Harley like American stars and stripes. Political party likes to kill for party life. Popping champagne bottles at the campaign. Celebrating ain't a damn thing changed. Niggas is still slaves, they ankles and hands chained. And that wreath around that neck just hang them in brand names. Yeah, I see the plan and I see the clan. That's why I say free the man and free the land. See what land we could build, hospitals, schools, planting food to live, that's the deal. Yeah, as you know, they love killing us, but I don't know who want to kill us more. Is it us? Is it them? Is it us? Is it them? You know what I'm saying though. It's all about that revolution. Outlaw RBG is the movement, not the music. It's a loop.
Man.
I like
These people
this.
out here cooning. They can
see?
have Black History Month.
I like this.
So for
Yeah,
the
I'm definitely
listening
down for that.
people, we don't want Black History. Give us Black August.
Well, we already took that. We already kind of like that's why it's not really like nationally celebrated. You know, because you got to look at the events that we got in Black August.
We got a lot of events.
We got Jonathan Jackson. We got the man-child Jonathan Jackson. We got Mutulu Shakur birthday that I think should be celebrated. So we have quite a few. We have quite a few events.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
We can hear you, man, loud and clear, my brother. How you
Man,
doing?
this thing, man, had me blacked out, man.
It's cool, man. We can see you too, man.
Hey, man, I want to say something. Hey, look, hold on. Can I say something before we start the show? I've been having something on my mind.
Start the show.
Hey, well, I want to make a public service announcement.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Real about this, man. After that conversation that we had, you and Brother Abbas, you know what I mean? I want to say, the people that know us, know when we come in peace. Y'all been in our service and we be nothing but real. We give back to our community and we tell us the truth about stuff. If you have something to say, don't act like no 12-year-old girl around here. Be real and let's have a straight up conversation. Period.
Man, you know them people don't have no conversation.
Nah, man, that shit really got on my nerves too.
I'm not gonna get started, man. Y'all know how I get.
Let's get on with the show. That's all I got to say.
All right, y'all heard Ken, man. Y'all heard Ken, man.
I'm the peaceful one in this time.
Oh, now you the peaceful one in this.
Nah, cause I really don't. Cause we don't bother nobody. We try to link up with other brothers and sisters, man, to get out here and do our thing, man. I don't appreciate that. Period.
Right.
Straight up.
Right. Yeah, knowledge on the peaceful one. Yes, sir. I am. Yeah. Queen, know it.
How you gonna throw the queen in it? Yo, she's solid, yo. You bugging.
She know I'm being the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying.
She's solid right now. But yeah, you know, the topic is Black History Month. You know, what do we do with Black History Month? They got Super Bowl and Black History Month. So pretty much they giving us a month, but they taking a month away from us. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
the
think they
United
take it
States
away,
of
bro.
is now marketing Black.
I think they just kind of do what they do. I think they do what they did with Juneteenth. They kind of they market it and they water it down. Because it's funny that y'all are saying the Super Bowl when they making the Super Bowl about Taylor Swift.
I thought it was about Usher this year.
It's Usher. It's about Usher, man.
He performed.
He
looking on the news and how she's helping the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, because her man played for them or something like that?
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't partake in the
Kelsey.
so I couldn't advise.
So when we look at it, I like what we say. Like this is what we have to do. Like when we become creative, we have to start defining our own thing. We have to start creating our own thing. See, that's what we lost. We lost our creativity. We settling for the bone that they give us. No, you can have.
But that's the thing.
Hey,
so I made.
Have we lost
today.
it? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Queen,
so I made a comment today on a video that I recorded, and I said exactly this. I said, you know, we are stuck in their timeline. You know what I mean? Like, we follow this Gregorian calendar, and we consistently say, okay, this is February 1st, this is March 1st, this is, you know, so on and so forth. We're so stuck in their timeline. I don't care. We need to really come together and create our own. And if it is supposed to be Black August, then Black August, because when did we say we wanted to be in February? And frankly, I've never ever been to a Black History celebration in my life. Like,
Yeah.
never. Not besides Juneteenth, never. Like, never in February, never, not once. And guess what? I can't say that I've ever felt like it was organized by Black individuals, which is the reason why I probably didn't partake in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm receiving a Black History Month from a white counterpart, why would I feel like it's giving me NAACP vibes?
Shout out to Andre. Andre, what's
Peace,
up?
brother
What's up?
Andre.
Already 360. I just sent it. Yeah, I just sent it live a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we just saw you on live, Andre. I just saw
So my
you on
thing
live.
is like this too on Black History Month. I feel like there really isn't much going on. It's more or less about prominent figures in Black history and letting us know the facts and making us aware. Whereas I feel like in August, that's when people are outside. That's when you see more festivals. That's when more of us are congregating together. So yes, I'm all for switching it. You know what I mean? You know, Black people don't like the cold anyhow.
Right. We got some comments. I can't see one of them. 3 comments. What is it? Who is it?
Got 3
Chris?
comments.
Chris General 28 says it's a moment to reflect on the struggles and triumphs of the Black community, celebrate their resilience, and to recognize their vital role in shaping society. Let's take this opportunity to amplify Black voices, educate ourselves on Black history, and toward a future of equality and justice for all. First of all, Chris, peace, what up, what's good? I just want to say, all day today, I've been seeing how migrants got money. They're building new houses for migrants in Maine. The Holocaust survivors or whomever just got another several $1 million, but yet they keep slapping Black people in the face talking about reparations. And when are we ever going to be recognized? How can we say that we want to fight for equal justice when there's nothing equal on this whole playing field? They've been disrespecting us since the beginning of time.
I'm going to tell you there's no equal justice because they tell you it's laws of the land and it's actually laws of the water. That's all I got to say.
That's a lesson we need to do one day, though.
I'm not into the whole equality thing because see, that's how we got duped into integration, right? Because the whole time we wanted to be, they sold us the dream of being treated fair. Now watch, this is how we talk ourselves in circles, because what we say now, oh, we need to start our own basketball leagues. Oh, we need our own this, we need our own that. And under the Westerners' technology, they used figures like King to desegregate, right? And say that once we, just once we get equal, if they can see us the same, maybe the brutality will stop. And that's where we have to like really pause and say, what is this equality thing that we keep saying? Here we are, we're talking about equality, and then for those, speaking of the Super Bowl, they implemented a Rooney Rule, right? Anybody that know what the Rooney Rule is in football is to where they have to have a minority coach. Ask ourselves, how many Black owners do we have, since we're talking about equality? Ask ourselves, how many Black commissioners have we ever had?
Right.
There's always a white overseer.
Always.
So we have to understand. We have to understand when we're saying things like that, bro. And it's not a come down session on you. It's an understanding and giving clarity of what we keep saying. Equal to who?
Mm-hmm.
The people that know
exactly. They need to be equal to us, because if anything, I was thinking about Henrietta Lacks today, because I live down the street from Johns Hopkins University Hospital, right? And for me to be this close to where they actually have confiscated her cells illegally, and then to have the audacity to sit here and say that it was legal during that time, you shouldn't even have to try to bring this into 2023. Because last year there was an undisclosed amount that was settled for continuously using her cells. So, and the reason why they were so obsessed with her cells, and I just want to make this clear so that everybody understands, was that they were able to duplicate on their own. They have never seen that ever in anybody. So that also tells you the power of us as a people. Do you understand? Like, these things were actually used in the COVID vaccine. So can you imagine from 1951 to 2000, at least 20, that her cells were still being used? It's almost as if she's immortal. You know how many white people lives
she's a
she
mutant.
saved?
She was a mutant.
Yeah.
She was a mutant.
Like, do you know how many people she saved? Like, for real. And there's no equality in that.
No, it's not. And to put some ad what the Queen said, go Google Photo 51. That's the X-Men logo, which the Europeans took it and used it for X-Men, but it's actually to our sister. That's the X Photo 51.
And look, this is what I'm just gonna read a little bit of it when I'm talking about the Rooney Rule. And listen at the tricknology. The Rooney Rule is a National Football League policy that requires league teams to interview ethnic minority candidates for head coaching and senior football operation jobs. It is an example of affirmative action. Even though before 2022, there was no hiring quota or hiring preference given to minorities, only an interviewing quota. So even in that, so let's go back to, I think it was last year, where I think his name was Brian Flores. I think he was the black coach that coached for the Dolphins. And Bill Belichick, who was a racist, he leaked out information. He texted the wrong Brian, and I think it was, don't quote me on this, I think it was the New York Giants. And he texted the coach named Brian Dable. He thought he was texting the white coach, Brian Dable, to already congratulate him on having the New York Giants job position, while they were still giving the black coach the runaround as if he had an opportunity to have the job. So when they say all they have to do is just interview you, that don't mean we got to give you the job. Just like right now, they can say, oh, you're not qualified enough, or oh, you're too quiet. But they seem equal. They seem like they're giving equal opportunity, but they know they're not going to hire them.
To further your point on that, it's just the rule. Like, they have to legally interview anybody who applied, although that job may have been dedicated and created for a specific person already.
Right.
It's called foolishness.
I was going to say, it's not what you know, but who you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
All of that.
Because that's how I got my last, 4 jobs.
See?
Yeah.
You see that? It's always, and you know what? That's always been the saying. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. And that's the basis of how America go.
Foolishness. Lie.
Can we say Tom?
Lie, cheat, steal, corrupt, all of that.
Shoot, if we could be equal, because that means we would be able to do that.
They don't let you do no stuff like that, man.
No, and so yeah, I think that's how we have to start thinking though. Back to what we saying, like creating our own day. That's just pick a random, pick a random time.
So to sum it up, so we supposed to take this month and reverence Black greatness, right? But we do that every day.
Right.
We pay homage to our ancestors every day. I get up, right. I try to make sure my energy is at a high level every day. When I walk to and fro, when I go inside these financial institutions, these businesses that's owned by shareholders of the Corporation of the United States of America, I come in there every day. And I smile at them too. And then when they say something backwards, crazy, stupid, out of character, I smile. And then I hit them with the 1-2-1. And they be like, wow. That's it, man. Far as the equality thing, it's cool. I get it, But I think we kind of lost in that. But right. Reverend Dr. King, Reverend Malcolm X, we got to do that every day. we're supposed to walk around with the spirit of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. We're supposed to walk around sometimes having lunch and thinking about Santa Diop, the knowledge that he brought forth. We supposed to that's keeping your ancestors with you. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to a few people today. So I talked to my brothers today too, Kenwado and Shaka Sankofa. Shout out to brother Shaka. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the general, man. One love ain't nothing but love over here.
But you know what though? I learned something, man. I learned something because not only do I speak, but I listen. He said a few things, man. Drop some jewels, and I ain't even gonna tell her the jewels he dropped, but he dropped some jewels on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really, we gotta get some operational unity going on.
Right.
We need some more stability. We need some more stability as a race. We gotta set all these differences aside. We out here like Christianity, Church of God in Christ. Oh, my pastor the greatest. My pastor the greatest. All right, whatever. I don't care who pastor the greatest, who can speak, who can walk, shout, speak in tongues. But that's how the conscious community is acting. I'm talking as far as like the 5% nation, Islam, Hebrew, all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? We need to come together, Operation Unity as one, push them out of our business, we settle our business, and then when the dust clear, we can be like, who was right? Noble, the minister, was it Clarence Muhammad? Who was right? But first we gotta come together. Come together. Come together. Because one, we still suffering for a lack of knowledge. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Two, we suffering from financial stability. Three, we don't have the means and the mind to push anything forward unless they're in our business. We got to get them out. You know what I'm saying? And people want to be political. Black code still on the books. People want to be political. We still have sundown towns. People want to be. Let me be quiet. I'm about to go left. People want to be political. We got all these things, and then he still got stuff that has not been ratified or abolished in the Constitution. For us, the Corporation of the United States of America, 3 Wazungus do not equal 1 natural root. It's unheard of. One crackhead DNA is worth 1 million. Oh, it's better than 1 million Wazungus. One crackhead who been hitting a pipe. DNA. If you think of line, I got the research over here on my shelf. I'll show it to you. That's how good our DNA is. But they want to make it seem like we so dirty, we so stupid. That's because they control the media, multi-ethnic destruction in America, maniac European devils in action. That's what they control. They control the narrative. You know what? No, the preacher said something to me. He said, this is what he said to me. You know what I'm saying? He said, when you in my house, I got the podium. This is my mic. And guess what? We in their house. They got the podium. That's their mic. But guess what? We ain't got to participate. That's the number one thing. We got to keep running back. We ain't got to participate. We don't need your podium, and we don't need your microphone. We got a lot of damn MCs out here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. That's why I be revved up about it. And everybody be, oh, happy black history. I don't give a bow. I don't hear none of that stuff, man.
Right. Got them knowledge.
Tripping, man.
Okay. That, man. Straight up.
But look,
hey, man, why them balloons came up on your thing when you first was speaking?
You saw that, right?
Balloons.
He was counting down.
Hey, where did that damn balloons come from?
You ain't see the balloons? Knowledge. I thought they only did that.
Where the blues come from, man?
He was doing the countdown. Them shits was like celebration.
Hey, they celebrated Black History, man, when you was talking.
Man, I'm tired of that stuff, man. But look, man.
Look, though, this how I look at it. Okay, I understand the coming together factor, bro. I understand that. But I think we gotta. I know we have to get more simplistic than that, because okay, it's like Queen said. What was that Sunday when we was kicking it?
About the Super
When she was talking about the reparations and she brought up the mental health. See, this is the thing with the consciousness. We just shift forms. We made it seem like, because like I said, it's not about denomination. Denomination and religion has nothing to do with this. It's about the truth. The truth is what it's about. The truth versus the lie. So what's happening in the conscious community, because we still have all that religious residue, this is why we having all of this, my pastor this, my pastor that, my this, my that, because we still need that good old Baptist preaching. I think it has to be even more simplified. We got to get down to really getting mentally, because think about some of these ones we encountered that we know got mental issues, but they hide behind kente cloth. They hide behind.
Let me make something. How you say mental health? Some of these people, if you tell them they have a mental health disorder, whatever, they look at you like you crazy. We got to accept the fact. Yeah, we got to accept the fact that I probably might need mental help. That's why I'm in therapy.
I'm in therapy.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
I talk to all of y'all about
Yeah.
my therapy. I talk to Queen about my therapy sessions. Knowledge.
Yeah, you got to realize that, because that's crazy. Because I used to be one of the same, but man, get all that. Nah, man, I need mental therapy, man, straight up.
And that's exactly why I said that is like they giving people money. How are you splitting that amongst a community of people? Are you giving it to everybody? Why do I have to prove that I'm a descendant of anybody? Just give me my portion. You know what I mean? And if they're gonna be, if they cannot even put a dollar amount on it, and this is why I say, if you cannot put a dollar amount, give me this. This is an acceptable form of reparations for me personally. Me, if I don't have to pay for rent, if I don't have to pay for food, if I don't have to pay for mental health services for 10 years, ciao.
With that, because for one thing, our ancestors built this, man. Ours, you know what I mean? And they let somebody just walk on through and get all this free stuff, free shit. Goddamn, they just got here last goddamn week.
But you know what
Man,
we ought to do? Since everybody like to march, since everybody like to walk, when they have them meetings, we need to walk down there too. I might actually go down there for real. I might go to jail.
Hey, let me know, man.
But I might actually go down there for real.
Listen,
y'all be playing. Y'all be playing.
I was a foot shoulder.
Let me know.
I don't care. I've done a lot of marches.
I'm for real. Y'all be playing, and I don't.
No.
I'm talking about our people out there, man.
We really don't. We really.
No, I ain't talking about sometimes the people out there, man.
Yeah.
Y'all be playing.
Nah, but it's a fact though, because we're just at a pivotal point in history, and I don't think people realize. Like I always say, when I talk about money and finances and things like that, we're in a critical point in history. We're facing an election year. They're talking about stock market crashes and China bubbles about to burst from real estate. You have everybody knowing everybody's financial status around the world that's eventually going to affect this country. And at some point, the United States has to pay their debt, which is to us, which is reparations. Otherwise, they will crumble. That is the only way they'll be able to usher in a new world order. You have to understand. You have to pay your karmic debts. No, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this. They didn't run out of T-bills.
You have to pay your karmic debts. Like, I believe that's a theory for me, and I'm pretty sure, I've heard it over the years. But if you want to progress forward in a new monetary society, you have to wipe out all your bad debts. You have to be able to write something off, right? Think about on a tax return, you write your good debts and then you write your bad debts. Reparations is going to be considered a bad debt, but the only way you can usher into a new world order or a new LLC and call it whatever you want to call it, because right now we know with US of A, the only way they could do that is if they pay us.
Yeah, but see, they ain't gonna pay us because they giving it to the migrants.
Well, guess what? They're never going to be successful ever again. That's a part of that 400-year curse, and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I was wondering where you was going.
But I'm saying you have to pay your debt. If you have enslaved the people for X years, right? And if you've monetized off of the backs of them, if you treated them like cattle the entire time, and now you have gone so far in civilization and you're still carrying on, and now you're rewarding other people for just coming into the country instead of paying the people who actually built the country that reside here, who you're actually making money off of. The only way you'll be successful is if you pay them first.
And another thing too, we need to stop giving them all our damn money on buying bullshit. For real.
That's everything, Ken.
I was gonna say, look.
They thought of everything, unfortunately. You know, you have to think about that.
Yeah.
This goes back hundreds of years. This is not a new process, and we have to think about that too. They thought of everything.
Because that's what I'm talking about, like the mental health component. And I feel like, okay, let's just say if they were to shell out money, I think that, like what you saying, Queen, I think that the money should be contingent on completing mental health. Because look at it like, okay, back to like I'm saying, okay, we say come together, get along. But can we really do that when we at a fragile state of asking questions? Why should black men be with black women? Why should black women be with black men? We don't even have a healthy family front. So if that, you know, so I think that's why I say I think we have to like really simplify our problems. But I'm always gonna say start in the mental, because some of the stuff I see and some of the stuff I read, I wouldn't even tell a therapist some of the stuff I read on some of these posts.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
So,
it's
you know, I think that's how we look at it. But and then like going back to the theme of Black History Month. As we were talking, I'm thinking like, you know, because like you said, Knowledge, you broke down some people. You know, you talked about you know, Nana Khalid Muhammad. You know, we would say Steve Coakley. We're gonna bring names like that.
Right.
But in the controlling of Black history, who were some of the Black figures that we saw and we was allowed to know about when we was in school? Just think about who were the main key figures that they told us about.
Booker T. Washington, Marshall.
Arthur Ashe.
Yes.
George Washington Carver.
Yeah, George Washington
Marion
Carver.
Anderson, Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know.
Even today, they doing the Michelle Obama joint.
Yeah, that's correct. They're not giving us the people that's going to wake that vibration that tell you to fight.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way Dr. Khalid Muhammad will make it to today's textbooks. This is Dr. Khalid Muhammad.
Nope. And that's why they're removing Black history out of the schools today. They don't even want to see how you removing people who built your country.
Built your country. Then the Wazungu say they don't want their kids to learn about racism. What?
I'll smack this
out of you. This is the critical race theory. What? No, it ain't. I don't even think it's that, bro. I think they don't want us to question racism.
Why can't we not question it? You know what, man.
You right.
You know what?
Actually, right on that.
You know what? Next year, Black History, I'm not doing nothing, man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
We're gonna be right here talking about this.
Let me ask y'all this: what is Black history?
Yeah.
What is really Black history? That's the damn question. They give us.
What we just talked about.
Yeah.
That's the Black history.
I'm not gonna go there, man. I ain't gonna
go there, man. Hey, man, we don't need lies to keep it real. That's some bullshit.
And for me, like
straight up,
being a woman, like, you know, I always thought of Madam C.J. Walker as somebody who was like this amazing, you know, entrepreneur. And then I really sat back and started thinking about it. And I was like, well, no disrespect to her or anything, but it's a stolen concept. You know, she worked a stolen concept. Like, she worked under someone else and reinvented the wheel. And now, you know, she did a lot for our community, employed a lot of people, made a lot of people money across continents, you know, donated a lot of her resources. And like I said, no disrespect to her, because I looked up to her as a female entrepreneur for decades. But in the same token, when I think about it, I'm like, is there really a such thing, to kind of flip it a little bit, as an original concept, as an original idea, when it comes to entrepreneurship?
I, I, I would say not, because if you have a thought and you procrastinate and you don't move on it, that same energy and thought is going to go to someone else.
Yes.
That is just dealing with the vibrational frequency that we have as people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because even though the Wazungus have some form of vibration too, I'll give you that. That's all I'm giving you. But but then they try to put like we are connected, but I think that's dealing with the source, the creator, as far as the vibration and the frequency, you know what I'm saying, for us, like dealing like on this earthly plane to the spiritual plane and out into the cosmos and stuff like that. So if you have a thought and you thinking something and you procrastinate on it, of course that idea will go to someone else. So for entrepreneurship, I don't know. I say yes and no at the same time on that particular.
I feel like an invention is something different. You know what I mean? From this concept. So I'm a firm believer of exactly what you said, because I believe that if you are gifted with a purpose and if you don't operate in your purpose and you're fully aware of that, I believe that energy will give your gift to someone else.
Yeah, give it to someone else.
I 100% believe that. But as far as invention goes, like the gentleman who created, I believe it was a car with water out of Rochester, right? And then they murdered him and then patented it. Took his patent.
Right.
You know, something like that. You know, so even a situation like that we can go into as far as Black history goes, right? How many inventions did they allege that Edison created, but we already know who really created them?
They stole it.
Yeah. I saved it. You know what? Said that. No, I had saved that for a conversation, because I looked at a whole different videos and there was an idea, man. It's a lot of stuff that I that we didn't, that we don't even know about.
Yeah, I got a book. I got a book of Black inventions. It's crazy. And guess what? They're all patented by someone else. Even when I go to the Upto test, which is the trademark site, you can put the things in. It says live, and you can go back to, I think you go back to some of the dates and stuff. But some of them dates go back to like 1800, and I don't think the trademark was even like it is now in the 1800s. But it's just the fact that they have stolen everything, just as well as they have burned up all of the allodial titles to Black people lands. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, just to take their land and say, well, you don't have no allodial title, it's not your land. But what we ought to do is we ought to wake up one day and just remove them out of every powerful place in the world. Let them know, like, you weren't supposed to be here no way. Point blank. That's the type of unity we need, but that's far-fetched, because we too worried about Gucci and Louis. We too worried
about following rules, because I continuously say United States has some of the most obedient citizens ever. People wouldn't dare to go boycott and go into the streets like these people in Europe and Brazil, and they wouldn't do that here. Government, they're too complacent in their positions, and they would be like, "Oh, I gotta work tomorrow. Fuck that job."
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something.
You right.
The fur is thick, Queen. Right. Queen, the fur is so thick, and I talk about that with Obasic and Waterman. They got them scared, man. And I want to say something.
You know what?
To the voodoo community. Give me 1 second, Ken. To the voodoo community, y'all do all these spells, but y'all ain't did nothing to these Wazungus, man. Y'all do spells of love.
I'm about to say that.
Spells of hate. Spells of getting rich. Y'all got all this stuff, but I don't see no Wazungus turning inside out.
So don't make me create a candle called "Burn These Bitches," like, and then activate the sun. Sun, fire, activate.
Right.
Sun, fire.
Hey, I lost my train of thought, man.
On the same day at the same time. Let's go for August 1st. Sounds like a great date for me. Like,
No, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. You had
My
said something,
bad.
but
Mainly,
brother knowledge, not 2 points, brother knowledge. But anyway, hey, I don't remember, man. It's been a long time since I've been in elementary school and middle school. Did they ever mention Harriet Tubman?
oh, of course.
You
Yeah.
said what
They did. Okay.
happened about Harriet
Did they
Tubman?
ever
Have they
mention her?
ever mentioned Harriet Tubman?
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned
Doing
Harriet
like,
Tubman.
All
Then,
the
then,
time.
and then you got some fool that say Harriet Tubman never existed.
That's that.
uh,
I
That's that
heard of
idiot.
yeah, I
that.
seen
That's that
that
idiot.
stupid
Dan
ass
Calloway.
shit.
I heard of that.
Yeah, Dan
Oh,
That's
Calloway.
that
Yeah, that was
idiot.
Dan Calloway.
Oh,
Yeah, he said Harriet
with
Tubman
the
or Nat Turner didn't exist. Don't
and he
exist.
Yeah.
oh
so he believes
Um,
so I like his theories, sometimes because I'm a Libra, so I can hear all sides, and be like, oh, okay. But his theory about slavery and how it never existed and how he doesn't believe that they actually sailed here due to the ocean currents, like it's impossible for them to have come straight here.
yeah.
Like he has different, sides of this, and that's fine. I respect your whole mindset and concept, but there are really people who believe this, like
Cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
to
what
the
I mean.
core.
Queen,
It's
this was the guy
a
that
lot of
said the Yoruba are the Westerners are the original
yeah,
Africans, and we are the
that too.
original Americans.
Yeah,
So
that too.
I've had a conversation, I think, with a couple of people who said like they don't want to leave this land because I'm always for jumping on a plane and leaving the country tomorrow. Like, let's go. But they were saying like they don't want to leave this country because they believe that they're owed the land. And I'm like, you're gonna be waiting here a long time,
Yeah,
buddy. Like if
yeah.
you think that they just gonna hand you 40 acres and a mule.
and they never said they were going to give you 40 acres and a mule. I'm gonna tell you something. To read the documents that they say from back in the day, you need a dictionary from that time. You need a 1936 to 1941 dictionary to get the proper meaning definition for those words that they're using.
Mm-mm-mm.
Stop watering down. People water down stuff and just pass it along, pass it along, pass it along. We got to stop doing that. We got to go right to the source. That's why they call my name knowledge, because I go right to the source. I find it, I look it up, and I dissect it. It's simple. It's not complex at all. They never said they're going to give you 40 acres and a mule. And then for those who they did happen to get it, they killed them.
But
Man, I think, yeah, and they stole the land back. I
Yeah.
do remember hearing a couple stories about this.
Come on, man. It's documented. It's public record.
I definitely do remember hearing stories about this.
Y'all black history folks stress
But
me out.
that's the thing. But you got to remember, some Negroes are too lazy to look into research and do any type of investigating, let alone Google's first pop up answer is their answer. A lot of
That's not
times.
true.
But but I'm just saying nobody's clicking on links and doing researches and looking at the footnotes and the citations of things. Like people don't do
Yeah.
that. And I don't know if they're still teaching that in school, but when I was in school, I loved writing, you know what I mean? So I was
Right.
doing research papers and all that kind of stuff. Then my dad being a Jehovah's Witness, I consider him a theologian. He had like tons and tons of books.
Right.
Always going into reference Bibles and reference, books and things of that nature. So there is where I learned that type of knowledge. Like I'm not just going to type in and accept whatever they give me first. Like that's not enough.
Right.
And I think that they probably lost that in school, which is also why they don't know what they're doing. People are so content with just that first immediate answer, and they'll accept anything. They'll accept anything.
You know what? For my more, go ahead, Queen.
No, I'm just saying, like, and this is exactly why I put out these videos about women's health and femininity, because they're also not learning that either. What you mean you don't know how to wipe your ass properly as a woman? I don't want to touch no shitty kitties. Like, this is crazy. If I was a man, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that people just don't understand the basics of being a woman, but let alone like y'all allowing these people to corrupt you and control your whole entire fiber of the being.
That's what it is, and that's why I said, and I was saying that to, I think we was talking to Brother Shock and them last night, and I was talking about how we have to go back to like the very basics. Like we have to like teach manhood and womanhood all over again, because the concept that we have in 2024 is no hope for generation. Because and that's why we can't get nowhere. Like you said, Queen, and it's so accurate because everybody's master teachers. Everybody knows everything. Everybody's healed. Okay, well, how did you get healed? I guarantee you, I remember going to church, and I remember the crackheads would testify, and them crackheads would testify and tell you how they got off dope. They're gonna tell you how they got off dope. They're gonna tell you their healing process. We don't really hear how Black men healed. We don't really hear how majority of females healed. They just throw on that kente cloth, get them a little crystal, give them a little sage, a little Palo Santo, and that's it.
Meanwhile,
I'm telling you, I busted sister out in the community like that. I said, man, you transitioned in 7 days. She gonna say, brother knowledge. I'm like, oh, brother knowledge.
That was matter of fact. She was shocked when you said that.
Yeah, I said, you transformed in 7 days.
Damn, son. You know what's so interesting? I had an entire school, Free as Fuck University, that was basically the blueprint of my healing. I had 10 students. I had to sign up for a year. And then after,
that's dope.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, to me, 10 was nothing. But I'm like, you know what? I said, if one person joins, I'm cool. And then I got 10. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even want people to pay for this anymore. I'm just going to start posting it on my timeline. And that's how that happened. But you know how I got the trademark for Free as Fuck? Because of the school. Because they're like, yeah, we need people to talk about this. We don't care about your clothing brand. We want people to talk about this. Mm-hmm. So if you look up hashtag Free as Fuck, my name is next to it.
That's dope. We're traumatized.
You know what I mean?
People. How did we get untraumatized?
Because you have to understand, we keep allowing white men to tell us what to do. You have to understand, we were accustomed to men shouldn't cry. You shouldn't express your feelings. Hold your head up high. Stick up your chest. Put up your fist. Women are in the house. They're cleaning and cooking. Stop these tears. My father would always tell me, like, you're a woman. I understand you're emotional, but put the tears away. It's time to have a conversation. Express yourself. Express your feelings. And this is why I'm so vocal today. I've always had that relationship with my parents where I could always speak how I felt as a child. They never treated us like children. They always treated us as if we were equal to them. Because we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're all human flesh. They have a different ranking of order of how we came in here through, this planet. But at the end of the day, they treated us with respect and we treated them with respect, but we were allowed to express ourselves above all.
But the real breaking part was, especially for us as young boys, I can speak for myself, we were taught that emotions were gender specific, right?
Emotions was weak.
Was like, yeah, and that's why I said, like, gender specific communication. Just think about a lot of times, if you not, they always thought communication and talking was something that women do.
Mm-hmm. But you remember,
vulnerability is weak.
Yeah, that was one of when I first joined on with you brothers, like, that was one of the first couple of episodes that we had together, was about gender roles and the details of, like, should we be able to talk about this, or is vulnerability a masculine or a feminine trait? Are men allowed to be feminine? I think that's really what the issue is in society. You have hypermasculinity in women and lack of femininity balance in men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it just like this. In this United States of America, everything goes. Everything.
That's a fact.
So if you sooner or later, if you say you're vulnerable, you say you ain't vulnerable, it's cool. Sooner or later, some gonna hit you. and you're gonna be vulnerable, you're gonna be emotional. So at the same time, you have to just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all say, we do need therapy because we haven't dealt with the trauma from slavery.
No.
That's still floating.
No.
That's still floating in our veins. You know what I'm saying? You know why you think fear is so among us as a people? It's embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, that's why some people you feel like they some people then came back because you know come back because when they come out and grow up, they be like they don't like the Wazungus and they go crazy on them. You know what I'm saying? And some of them really be joining like they join like a lot of militant groups because in they past life they probably got dealt with a certain type of way and they remember this Wazungu. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta just it's a lot we gotta deal with as a people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a lot that we do deal with as a people, man and woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not the youth is dealing with it now.
Yeah.
And that's why we gotta be there for the youth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and
this
really
is why
teach them the truth. I like what you be saying too, Queen. Like we are the OGs. We are.
we are. And this is why
Real talk.
I really like full force embrace entrepreneurship because we've been working since we got here on this United States of America. We are physically exhausted, mentally exhausted, spiritually exhausted. You know what I mean? Like we've been working hard day in, day out. You got people working overnight. Like, you know, you can never get a rest. And it's their fault because you have to survive in their world. You know what I mean? This whole commerce world. But when you are an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, I didn't work for 2 years. Those are the best sleeping years of my life. It's why I still struggle working for anybody to this very day. Because I don't want to work at 8:30 in the morning every day. When I show up, that's when I get there. I'm the most difficult employee. I will never deny that. Never. This is why I'm always a manager. You're not about to tell me what to do. I've had enough of that. My ancestors told me. They was like, nah, sis, you belong in the front. Okay, cool. Enough said. I don't like authority at all.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to go back too. By me being an entrepreneur, I ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, like you're not about to tell me when I could take a lunch or go to the
I was just
restroom
gonna say, just
or
think
do
about
this.
being an adult, asking somebody, letting somebody know you going to the restroom.
I stopped that in high school. They like, where you going? To the restroom? You need a hall pass. No, I don't. I gotta fucking go to the bathroom. You can sign it, but I'm still gonna go. If you don't want to sign it, I'm still gonna go.
Yeah.
It's just so many rules. Like, why? Why? For what?
That's how they do it.
That people need to be in control. Don't get me wrong, but enough is enough. Listen. Give the migrants everything you want, so we can have a whole ass civil war. That's fine, because you know that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I can't wait till the migrants have a riot and the Wazungus start messing them up.
It's coming. I seen Ken a video last night.
Hey,
well,
they gonna ride on us before they ride on them.
You say what?
They gonna ride on us before they ride on them because they put them right in our goddamn neighborhood.
Well, they giving smoke to the police force. You know, they kicking their asses before they get just to walk out of these jails. That shit is crazy. But this is where we are, you know, as a society. I think we really, 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 really have to think about what is going to change this year. You know, thinking about knowledge, what you said about we got all these people who are practicing voodoo and dark arts and magic and doing love spells, to your point. It's now Catholicism.
I don't even want to talk about this.
I want to say one thing. Tex tried to call me, he touched me. You're like, he loved that 10-minute clip that we did, Q Butter. You're like, man, shout out to the brother of Kente going in. Yeah, that's what we're about.
Which one?
Call it.
From last
No, the one with Q Butter.
Q Butter.
Q Butter called the law on.
I appreciate that.
Uma called the law on.
I appreciate that because that shows me clarity and understanding. And that's another thing before we get off, that we have to really get to like clarity and truth, because we got to understand that like Queen said, you know, I think we got to have parameters and guidelines, not necessarily all these little ticky tack rules and you can't go here and you can't go there. But when we know somebody doing something and we know somebody not doing what they're supposed to, you know deep down in your intuition. That's why it's called the intuition, because it's internal. You know in your intuition when something ain't right. So if you turn your head and you act like you don't know something and you kind of rationalize, that's why I always say rationality is one of the most dangerous things. Because
it's dangerous for real.
Because it comes off of emotion and just a whole bunch of stuff that don't matter. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Brother Tech just for even understanding. Because we gotta hold the line.
Yeah, you know, Tech's one of the wise, man. Hey, and by you saying that, hey man, Monique was saying some of the same things you just said, brother, about all on the Chase Straight, man. That was a dope interview. Everything was real about it.
What, Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, man. It's about 3 hours, but it's I'm gonna look at the rest of all my TV in the living room. That
Yeah, I might check it out when I get off here.
Yeah.
Because we got those truthers, man. Regardless, you know, and I say that to you all the time, Wado, that, you know, whether we like somebody or not, number one, I don't care if nobody like me. I think that's our problem. We always want to be liked.
And me, I just posted that up.
I care if my people like me, man.
I don't.
I care.
Who?
I don't. If
you
you
know
was,
how many people
my
on
people
social
like
media
me
that I don't care about?
Yeah.
I care if my people like me, man.
You really don't. you
Come
really
on,
don't.
Hey, I had hey man, we got about 3 more minutes, man. You know, gotta get this plug. Hey, one thing I want to say, don't believe the hype. He said back in the day, don't believe the hype. Ooh.
That's literally what came in my head.
Hey, listen, man. I want to be loved and liked, man.
You don't, bro. You don't.
I'm a person.
You
Yeah,
don't.
y'all homeboys stop being a bunch of suckers out there, man.
They can't,
man.
man.
Stop acting like
You know,
girls.
they call them, you remember them dumb suckers back in the day?
Goddamn shame. We as people, 40, 50-year-old men, you know what I mean, gotta gossip like little children, man.
It's always
little girls, man. You got a problem with me, man, just give me a call, homeboy. We ain't gotta be hostile. Yeah, it don't gotta be hostile, man. Let's politic on this, man. I don't come from all that, man. Chitty chatty patty ass bullshit, man. Straight up.
Hey, man.
Let it be known. Let it be known. I'm the peaceful one in this.
Man, how you peaceful with it?
Nah, all of us peaceful, man. But you know, all of us peaceful, man. If you come correct, man. I don't get down like that, man. For real.
That's mad.
I ain't gonna lie. I really, you know, for that last interview, I didn't really go hard. I was actually kind of like
you did
just on cruise control.
You were,
but I got so many calls, so many. Everything.
That mean you doing something though, man. You know what? That mean you doing something, man. Hey, man. I'm to the point, man. You know, call it like how you see it, man. For real.
I just want to say one thing to close this out too on my side. We have to, on the spiritual side, astrological side, we have to realize 2 things. One, that this is a year of karma. And this is before the year of 9, right? So, like, think about the vibration of the 90s, top-notch, high glow. Shout out to one of my homies who put this, you know, thought in my brain. When we were in the 90s, everything was popping, everything was great. So you know that next year is going to be out of control, meaning on a high vibrational way. So this year is obviously the cleansing. You got Pluto, you got Saturn in our Earth's orbit, and Saturn came in July to stir up some drama, and this is when things started to crumble here in Babylon. And it's going to keep crumbling because this is exactly where we are. It's supposed to happen this way. And this is why I said that whole thing about the reparations portion. They have to pay their debt. So we have to anticipate something. And if people want to come in alignment and believe, we don't know what it is that we're anticipating, but we have to all be in agreement and alignment that we are due something. Because you cannot continue to keep giving people who are new to this country for 3 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, everything that technically we are owed. They putting them in houses, they giving them credit cards, they giving them cell phones, they giving them money, they putting their kids in school. You know what I mean? Like, the list can go on. And guess what? My grandmother never received that. I'm sure yours didn't either.
No.
You know what I mean?
And that's man, that's what I'm talking about.
Look,
And
look at
they definitely
hypocrisy
showing us. They
Yeah.
definitely showing us how much they care about the brown skinned man.
Yeah, they showing us that they really do have the money. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That part.
Hey man, check this out. Check this out. Hey man, Vocal Dialect, you know, we hear it other Wednesday, 8 p.m. same time. Check us out on YouTube as well, man. Vocal Dialect, Vocal with K on YouTube. We got to post the shows 9 in the month up right now.
All right, y'all.
About it, man.
There it is. There you have it. Queen got his hope. Kinwado Akir. Obasa Kente. Knowledge Born 7. Until next time. The topic, Black History. Whatever.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Black woman, black hips, black kiss, black lips, afro with a black pick. Love when you talk that blackish. Black man, black fist, black gat, black grip, backlashed on a black list. Still gon' talk that blackish. Black man, black plan, black people, black land, cash and change, only black hands. Black businesses, black brand, black banks, black dollars, black schools, black scholars, black doctors, black